Good morning, 2nd of June here today. Beautiful morning. Yesterday morning I went down to North Shields to the fish quay, and it was thick fog right through. Walking just 100 yards from the actual fish quay onto the beach, you couldn't see a hand in front of you on the beach, and yet it was beautiful just 100 yards inland. But today we're in sunny High Handlehold, which is where Alan Stokoes' garden is. I'd asked Alan if we could come back and pay a second visit, and I've nipped across this morning. Peter Kerry's come with me. He's never been to Alan's garden before, and he said he would love to come and see. There's obviously a lot of hard work goes into it, so Peter's here. We've had a little look around. I'm just going to introduce you to Alan, and we'll walk through these tunnels and we'll have a little look. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Thank you. Morning, Alan.
Morning.
You've brought a nice sunny morning for you today.
Yes.
You've been down a while working already?
Been here since 7:30.
That's beautiful. That's just lovely. You catch the best part of the day. Right, this is the very bottom tunnel which Alan grows in. What have we got in here, Alan?
This is Billy Reed's giant on this side, which were very small when I got them, which was late November time when I got them. But they're growing fine now, and I think they'll make leeks like.
I would think so. Yeah, they're looking good. They're nice and clean, lovely and fresh. Green right at the tips. They're looking good.
Billy took them off the heads very late as a trial, because he usually takes them off a bit earlier, but he took these ones off very late, and I think there was 3 or 4 people got them.
Aye, very good. They look very nice. They look nice and clean, and they're growing like a true leek, whereas sometimes a giant has a few flaws in it, but it's normally later on when they show up. But at the moment they look very good. I think you could do some good showing with those later on.
Well, I haven't grown giants for about 9 or 10 years, so this is a trial for me with these, like, because I couldn't get them under.
That's right. It's difficult keeping them short.
But this is a high tunnel, cool.
It is cool in here, considering how hot it is outside.
And it's at the bottom of the garden. It's fairly sheltered, so that might help them.
Aye, well, that's good.
On this side.
This side.
Well, there's 2 giants and a seedling there, but
2 giants and a seedling. This is the Blanche seedlings. And you're growing these as intermediates.
I'm trying to grow them as intermediates.
Alan just got 4 off me early on, and he picked the shorter ones out. He's got one bed down here, as you can see. What size collars you got on? About 10-inch?
I think they're 10-inch collars.
He's looking to get intermediates out of them, so we're looking for new leeks out of them. I've got a few nice ones myself, but mine are going along. I've got maybe 3 or 4 planted that are short, but they look ideal. Lovely colour, nice formation, and they're all in a soil mix that you do yourself.
This is
in the barrels.
This is just my own eye. I don't put anything else into it. Like, I dig the centres out.
Yeah.
Throw that into the garden and muck the bottoms, and of course the muck takes the place of the bit you've dug out, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And then they get fertilised, like.
Very
but
good.
This used to be a hen pen.
Right, so it'll be decent in here anyway.
And there was a lot of old hen muck in the bottom of it, like when I was digging it.
Ideal, that'll be rich enough anyway. Very nice. Got my second one. He's got tunnels all over the garden here, so we've got a fair look around.
Here is where I grew my intermediate. This is Mick Cook's short branch leek.
Yeah, aye. They're looking good as well. Alan's got them bared down this morning. He's got 10-inch collars on in here, and when he took a collar off, behind the collar he found a bit green fly, so he says he's taken a lot off, washed the leeks down and sprayed them. Make sure they're clean, and it does pay to remove your collars on a regular basis, just to be.
That's the first time they've been touched since I planted.
Aye, so they were due, but it just shows you how the green fly will get in and the hide behind. But they're looking nice, and again they're nice and clean.
You can tweak them a little bit now.
Yeah.
If they're just a little bit off the straight, you know.
Aye, you can
that
get
is
them
a
nice and
straight branch leek, like.
Aye, it is. It's got a lovely bottom on it. Aye.
Hopefully we'll get a couple of decent ones out among them, you know.
That's right, definite.
We'll move on into this tunnel.
This particular tunnel's been very successful for Alan. He's won quite a few shows out of here.
Ever made in the garden.
It's what, sorry?
It's the first tunnel I ever made in the garden.
Ah, right. All these tunnels are homemade. There's all scaffold and poles put in the ground, and then is it gas pipe over the top?
That's gas piping over there.
Yeah, gas piping, all homemade. It's made a good job. Netting around the base. When he first plants out, there's polythene down to the bottom. and he rolls it up as it starts to get warmer, as you can see. And he can also adjust the height on these if he needs to, so he can tighten the polythene up. These are all
two different Cumberland leeks in here.
Yeah.
That's the one that I won Bedlington with.
So this side on Alan's left, on our right here, is the Bedlington leek, Cumbrian, but it tends to go long. It's a slightly lighter coloured leek than his other one. The other one is what he calls the gun-in leek, which he's won the gun-in with. He was first and third up there. And they're looking good. I won
Black Hole with that one last year.
Aye, Black Hole, that was a good show. 250 odd for two. 253 for two Cumbrians. Aye, it was an early show, so they were quite big. Aye.
That is the leek there is this one that I put back to seed for off the Bedlington leeks.
That's right, aye.
It's never been out of that pot from the day it was planted.
Aye, so that was actually seeded straight through from last year. Aye. Obviously we had no shows on, or very few last year. He had odd leeks left, so he stuck them in the buckets, and that's one of them. It's looking good.
And the two beside it's Mick Cook's short Blanche.
Yeah. Very good.
Again.
Lovely and clean.
Height.
Aye, it's cool in here as well. It's not too bad. Definitely. All the bottoms are open, doors are open.
I dug down and dug this soil to put into the beds.
Yeah, so he lowered the paths. His whole garden's on a slope, and it's always clean when you come, and you often think, how the hell does he keep it so clean? And what he does, he puts a hose pipe in every greenhouse, in the corner, or in every tunnel. If you look, he's got a small drain. And he just hoses it through. He uses J's fluid or Domestos on the floors, hoses it through, and it runs all the way down from one into the next, and then all the way through and out those drains. So it's a good idea, and it's a good way of keeping them clean. A lot of hard work's gone into it.
And I water the garden for the bloke next door.
Ah, well, that's exactly. This tunnel's heavily shaded. It's a type of rope lean on the top of there, but we'll have a look at that one last, because we'll leave that one to last. We'll leave that one to last.
These Cumberland's up that side again, and you're virus free on that side, John.
Cumbrian up this side, all looking good, nice and airy in here. Blue fly traps up. This side's the virus free. This is the virus free Cumbrian. A little bit split on it there, torn a flag. They're lovely and clean, beautiful colour. Hopefully you'll get something out of them at the end of the day. One or two a little bit smaller, but well, they've got the same characteristics, but they're growing slightly different at the minute. We'll see where they end up. Looking very good. And there's some nice clean stock at the back there.
Right, once me to be at it again, like I'll get at it tomorrow, like.
Yeah.
See them doing, you know.
Yeah, you've got plenty of work to keep you going here, like. How often do you water in here, Alan?
Every second day.
Every second day, and how much?
Full of water.
You fill it full, so they're getting loads of water. It's a question I'm asked a lot. You know, how often should I water? And yeah, you can see it's nice and moist underneath. So they'll be due again tomorrow.
Yeah, due tomorrow morning, aye.
Very good.
I think Peter Curry's just come for a few tips, like.
I'm taking them, writing everything down, Alan. Hey, I'm not as daft as what you look, you know. I'm writing everything down.
Aye, it's the first time Peter's been, and he's enjoying his little look around.
I'm listening to the talking.
You know where there's a strong one? I want somebody to dig them.
Blackcurrants. We're going on that one last. And this one's your Blanche leek tunnel.
Aye. There's Berwick's and there's Marcus Powell's in here.
Berwick and Marcus Powell. Again, they're nice and clean. Got one bed down. You can see there is a natural lift on it. You can see the lift's probably nearly 2 inches on that one. That's a good girth. Just nice for it's a nice size for the time of year. Looking very good. He's got suspended framework from the top, which is it just plastic pipe underneath?
Just plastic piping with that lagging off scaffold.
Ah, yeah, scaffold lagging over the top to stop it from getting hot and burning the flags. It's doing a job. It's keeping them all nice.
On the top to try and keep the.
Yeah, he's got netting on top of here. Again, stress inside the polytunnels. Heat is one of the biggest stress. It's worse than cold actually. The heat can certainly stress your plants out. I've got some at home which are completely burnt at the moment. Hopefully they'll not run to seed. We'll see what happens. But these are all looking good again. We've got 14-inch collars on these.
I think I'm not sure what they are, John.
Now they look about 14 inch at the minute. Aye, very good. Yes, all neat, tidy, clean, beautiful. And this tunnel, it's a long tunnel and it's halved in the middle with his carrots. He grows long carrots in there. So the far end is his Cumbrians and this end's his Blanche leeks. But you can't walk from one end to the other, you have to go in from each end. Little carrot bed outside, fleeced up.
Talk to you after. Some more Cumbrians in here, John.
Alan's a firm favourite of the Cumbrian's a firm favourite of Alan's, as you can see. Again, Cumbrian's lovely and clean, doing very nice. How long have we been planted out, Alan? 18th of April. So about 5 to 6 weeks. They've got a hold now. They're all grown away nicely.
This is a lot warmer, this tunnel, because it's down at the bottom.
Yeah, you can feel the difference coming into this tunnel to what the other ones were, and there's no shading on the top of this one either. Like, makes a big difference. Smashing barrows these. They've got plenty of soil in. The barrows they're bottomless and they are sunk into the ground, so there's trench underneath that. But how do you prepare these barrels? You empty one barrel out, put manure in.
That one onto the floor.
Yeah.
That one goes into there.
So you dig forward all the way and adding manure in the bottom.
Into that one. Come back up this side, and what's on the floor goes into the last one.
Brilliant. Aye, hard work. A lot of hard work.
Comes to Pendle Blanche leeks, it's on the end seam.
Aye, very good.
That one's never been out of a pot. That was put in, planted in that pot last year.
That was the Pendle.
Aye.
Aye. You can tell it's a big leek.
It's just been in that pot, it's never been anywhere else. It was
Good
never
then.
shown up.
Aye, that's ideal. I think you've got to do that with a few just to be on the safe side that you get your right stock in all the time. And the last house was the heavily shaded one, which is where all these onions are. Go and have a look in there, Pete, and say what you think.
I was just going to ask Alan, they're all nice and clean, your stuff's all nice and clean. Are you sprayed out you down?
I sprayed with conserve. I had a little bit in the greenhouse when John did the last one.
Aye.
But honestly, it was mainly on virus-free ones, wasn't it, John, at the time?
Aye.
And I killed it straight away. And
Aye.
tend to do them every 10 days. But this one, I stopped it.
You're good in colour, I mean, they're lovely and clean. Aye, I just wondered what you had been spraying with, Alan.
This one, I stopped it, Peter, because you're frightened to spray, it's too hot, you know.
This is Alan's onion house, as you can see.
Aye. Get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, eat when it's safe.
Good heavy fruits, got a good big thick neck. There should end up some fairly big onions in here, I would think.
The transformation from having a bit cover runs, it's got to be helpful. It's got to be helpful.
Definitely. This tunnel is very cool when walking here. It's smashing. But he's got this heavy shading on, and he's got higher sides on here for the air to get through. He's got some really good onions in here. They're shaping up very nicely. He did plant out early, and he planted out again mid-April.
They were planted out the week before the leeks.
So mid-April. The only problem was he was a bit worried because we had severe frost literally for 6 weeks after that, and he said some ones he was coming in they were a bit limp, and he was worried that some of them were running to seed, but they haven't run to seed. But he has had 1 or 2 with botrytis. What he does, if an onion goes over with botrytis, which is the main problem, he whips it straight out and gets a cauliflower put straight in. So he might catch the shores with some cauliflowers, and there's some fine looking collies in here as well. So you've lost about 4 or 5, eh?
5.
Yeah.
So there's 17 onions still in. Like.
Yeah, well, you're still going to get a good pick in here. And you're looking for heavyweights out of here.
Heavyweight, all heavyweights.
Aye, all heavyweights. There's certainly some good onions in here. Very nice.
John, can I just say a little bit there? As I said, Alan, I just cannot believe the amount of work that goes in here, and you know, us leek growers, not, you know, we've done it all our life. I mean, I'm 72 coming up. I started when I was 23, and I rang Alan when I seen his first video, and I just cannot believe the work that he does here, the work that goes into here. I tell you, I take my hat off to you, son. He's doing this all yourself. And somebody that's growing leeks like me and John and all, you know, hey, I tell you what it is, I take my hat off to you, son, for all the work and effort you put in. You deserve to get a red card, Alan.
What he doesn't tell you is his best mate sat over there, John Burlinson, and John Burlinson does all the work, and John tells him all the tips how to grow big leeks.
Oh, is that right?
Aye. What do you say, John? Not a lot. They're giving out away, the two of them. They've got gardens next door to each other, and aye, two good growers together.
John has as many onions and leeks in as me.
Aye, I know. Aye, he's a good grower as well, John. Well, had a good morning. You having a look around. Very good, Alan. I take my hat off you. Peter's giving you a good tribute there, seeing all the hard work you've done, and it's dead right. Aye, you deserve some red cards at the end of the day.
The ideal here is a couple of buttons of mist is there. Take the brush to it.
Keep it swirled through.
69 pence.
Aye, perfect.
Leave it for a couple of hours and then wash it. It's clean as a whistle.
It is. The floors and everything are lovely and clean right the way through, as I've said. You know, you can look. No debris or anything. He keeps right on top of the job. Very good. Well, thank you very much for letting us have a look around, and I'm sure the people will appreciate it. It's a pleasure to come. Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well, John. We'll have you on the YouTube tonight. You'd be able to give everybody a wave. John Burlinson.